subindo a ladeira como trem. Vamos subindo a ladeira, descendo a ladeira como trem. É o som dos tribais, gemendo a madeira. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Vem correndo que eu vou, embalar essa praça de baleiro. Vem correndo que eu vou, embalar essa praça de baleiro. Sou grandial, sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou mundial, sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Descendo a ladeira como trem. Vamos subindo a ladeira, descendo a ladeira como trem. É o som dos tribais, gemendo a madeira. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Timbalaio, timbalagô, embala essa praça de baleiro. Timbalaio, timbalagô, embala essa praça de baleiro. O swing leva eu, a voz do povo é a voz de Deus. Vamos subindo a ladeira, descendo a ladeira como trem. Vamos subindo a ladeira, descendo a ladeira como trem. É o som dos tribais, gemendo a madeira. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Agarra a menina, me beija, me dá um chamego como ninguém. Vem correndo que eu vou, embala essa praça de baleiro. Vem correndo que eu vou, embala essa praça de baleiro. Sou grandial, sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou mundial, sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais. Sou de baleiro e pode fé. Sou de balada e trago axé dos tribais.
Hola, buenas tardes, bienvenidos. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the virtual screening of the Mission Youth Arts Festival 2020. My name is Vanessa Sanchez, and I'm so excited to be here with all of the attendees and all of the, well, some of the amazing artists and choreographers that we had the privilege of seeing perform on Saturday. So this is the third annual Dance Mission Theater Mission Youth Arts Festival. Each year it gets bigger and better, and we were so excited to be able to bring community and youth artists together as, you know, we go through global pandemics of COVID-19, systemic racism, and white supremacy. And so at this time, more than ever, the voices of the artists and the voices of the youth in our community need to be heard. They need to be seen, and we have the great opportunity to share this space with all of you today. So our performance was a little bit different this year for, you know, health concerns and sake of social distancing. So rather than a festival at La Raza Park, like we've done in the past, we did pop-up performances throughout the mission, starting at 24th and Mission, going down 24th, turning on Valencia, and ending at 22nd and Bartlett. And our artists and performers lit up the community and brought some much needed life, much needed music, and much needed joy to everyone around. So thank you, those who were able to attend the live performance, and thank you everyone who is here attending our virtual performance. Today we're gonna see the filming of all of the performances and hear from some of the artists who performed in them. And we'll have a short question and answer session at the end. So if you have any questions or any thoughts, or even if you just want to give any props to any of our amazing performers, drop it in the chat. You can drop your questions in the Q&A and I will keep track of those and we will have some space for them at the end. Is everyone ready? You guys ready? All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna start at the top of our festival at the 24th Street BART station. Our first performance was Girl Brigade Taiko, which is a youth dance company based out of Dance Mission Theater. This piece was composed and choreographed by Bruce Gent, and today we have Addie here, one of the performers, a Girl Brigade member, who is going to introduce this piece. You can unmute yourself, Addie.
Hi, I'm Addie. I'm one of the taiko drummers, as you know. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this piece. This piece is called Matsuri Daiko, and it's also mixed with a couple other pieces. This piece represents healthy bodies and happy spirits. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about why playing taiko is so fun. Playing the drum is such an experience and it's like no other. Playing taiko is crazy and hitting the first note just gives me chills because it just gives another amount of confidence that I just gain from playing it. And also I just get to be with the most amazing people when I play taiko, and some people who have never seen taiko get to experience such a new art, and it's just so fun to be able to give them that experience.
Great, thank you so much, Addie. Now let's check out Girl Brigade Taiko's performance. All right, let's give it up for Girl Brigade Tycho, everyone. And like I said, drop all the love you want into the chat. You know, it feeds the performances and makes us feel like we're all in the same space, even though this is a virtual conference. All right, I am super excited to introduce this next group, Young Minds, a group directed by Bay Area legend, Mr. Alan Frias. And I'm excited to bring him up to introduce his piece. And we're gonna chat a little bit about his group and his piece. Hi, Alan.
What's up, you guys? Alan here, and representing Young Minds. And we are based in the East Bay, Union City. The group ranges from ages 13 to 18. And our name for this piece is called Testify. And it's actually about mental and physical abuse in the home and what sometimes the repercussions might be from that. So that's what our piece is about today. Yes.
Thank you, Alan, for sharing this. So Alan's group, Young Minds, performed in the alley next to Dance Mission, Osage Alley. And Alan has said many times that he loves that alley. So Alan, what was it like to set a piece in Osage Alley?
So this is actually my, I don't know, maybe in the 20 years I've been in that location, this is probably like maybe the 5th time I've had a piece set in that alley. So, I mean, to say that sitting out there late at night after rehearsal, during rehearsal, when I should be in rehearsal, there's been a lot that I've seen happen in the alley, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of always thought that with seeing all the negative stuff that I've seen, trying to make it a positive space by doing something really good in there. So that's always been like the challenge to me, do something different in there every time. So I love it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Alan. Excited to see Testify by Young Minds.
We are in a race between education and catastrophe.
I remember waking up, being broke, but still it wasn't breaking us. I remember why I broke the rules, cause I ain't really had nobody to look up to. I remember cutting class, being bad, cause I ain't have what them other kids had. I remember wishing that I knew my dad, and I remember wishing I could get him back. For every night that he told me he was coming and he didn't. For every single dollar that my mama and them was missing. For everything I wanted and was told I couldn't get it. And that I had to face it, that my daddy was addicted. That's right, it wasn't easy growing up. Mama was exposing us to life and she knew it. So we all went through it. I remember being down and out, sleeping on my homie's couch, in and out of trouble ever since my mama put me out. Damn, it's getting real. Damn, it's getting real. Didn't graduate, I'm thinking, damn, I got a deal. So I hit the block, selling rocks just to eat a meal. So I grabbed the Glock, kept the cock, pieces being still. Back of the tracks, my niggas stay with the packs. And if a nigga was king, then my brother stay with the cat. Yeah, we stayed in the trap, yeah, every day in the trap. These hoes was chasing the cheese, so we would stay with the rats. Yeah, we would ride it down, keep below, stayed in the bag. And the X5, something we ain't know how to act. Spending money like it's nothing, cause we gon' get it back. 17, never thought that I'd be getting them racks. Had a dream, but I said I wasn't fucking with that. Never told me I would make it, I ain't fucking with that. But he told me that it wouldn't hurt to give it a try. Hardest thing out in New Orleans, never seen to the try. Right then I woke up, broke out, told my niggas to roll out. Still the A, got motivated, that inspiration don't run out. Heard my brother got gunned down, hurt me to my heart. So I kept grinding, I kept pushing, he told me to go far. So I can't stop in no crib, can't stop in no car. Gotta keep going like there ain't no tomorrow. So I'm going hard every day, till I got nothing to say. Nothing can stand in my way, I gotta stay, just show my niggas a different way. I'ma tell the truth and the whole truth. Cause there is no need to lie, and I ain't trying to keep it all inside. So I gotta testify, for you and I testify. I testify.
Today in America, roughly 12,000 babies will be born. Most will grow up with a full shot at the American dream. But on any given day across our nation, 2,500 children experience severe neglect or abuse.
I can remember being tied up as a little girl. Sitting in a chair, hands tied up, legs tied up. My mother looked at me and she slapped me. And at that time, she told me to leave.
Belly's getting bigger, but no one seems to notice any change in her figure. She's 12 years old and she's having a baby. In love with the molestable sex and her crazy. And your aunt also thinks that he'll be with her forever, and dreams of a world with the two of them all together. Whatever. He left her and she had the baby solo. She had it on the bathroom floor and didn't know, so she didn't know what to throw away and what to keep. She wrapped the baby up and threw him in the trash heap. I guess she thought she'd get away, wouldn't hear the cries. She didn't realize how much the little baby had her eyes. Now the baby's in the trash heap, bawling. Mama can't help her, but it hurts to hear him calling.
Never break me, will me, thrill me. You can never kill me, boo me, sue me. Everybody do me, kick me, cut me. Don't jump like I wreck me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
Yes, amazing, Young Minds, powerful piece. Alan, we had a quick question in the chat for the name of the artist who the Testify song was from.
August Alsina.
All right, thank you. If you want to drop that in the chat so someone could look that up, please
Okay.
feel free. All right, powerful piece. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned at the beginning, the Mission Youth Arts Festival is presented by Dance Mission Theater, a legendary space at the corner of 24th and Mission. And here to tell us a little bit about Dance Mission and all that it offers and all the programs and theater events that it offers is theater director and show producer Stella Edelman.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. That was so fantastic. So far, I'm like, ah! So just a quick intro about Dance Mission if you're not familiar. We have classes for youth, classes for adults. Alan Frias, for example, is one of our adult class teachers, and we're also a theater and also the home to Chrissy Kiefer's Dance Brigade. The Mission Youth Arts Festival is part of our theater's performance series called Home, which is looking at activating different parts of the mission, which is especially crucial these days. The mission is one of the areas that's been hardest hit by COVID because of health inequities. So here we are, we're trying to activate our streets and bring some love and joy and health to the mission, which we all love so much. And as you see, these kids are doing it. So yeah, thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you so much. And you guys, we got to give a big shout out to Stella because she is a huge part of making all of this happen, you know. So thank you so much, Stella, for all that you do. Shout out to Chrissy Kiefer, founder of Dance Mission Theater, who is, I believe, watching. Yeah, she is. There she is. Yeah, Stella. Yeah, Chrissy. All right. So moving along with our performance, I just also want to plug that Dance Mission is offering online classes while we're socially distant. So look that up. And moving along with our performance, we are going to keep it in Dance Mission and go back to the youth company, Girl Brigade at Dance Mission. The next piece is the Girl Brigade Belly Dance performance class. And here to introduce it is Isis.
Hey guys, my name's Isis Queen and I'm a senior in the Girl Brigade Dance Company.
Hi Isis, thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about your belly dance piece and who choreographed it?
Yes, the name of the piece is called West Naima and is choreographed by Mila Amaya. Mila is such a passionate and kind teacher and human being. She started belly dance at a young age, and so she really encourages her students, and she's very inclusive. So I'm very fortunate to be dancing and learning from her.
Great. And how is belly dance different than other dances that you dance?
Well, I love belly dance, and not only because I'm allowed to express myself in the fluid or isolated movements, but belly dance in general is very spiritual. And so it's energy, it grounds me, it helps me connect me with my peers, to the audience, to the world. And so I really hope the audience is able to feel that energy when they see the dance and feel that sense of joy and excitement.
All right, thank you so much, Isis. Let's check out Girl Brigade Belly Dance. right, give it up for Girl Brigade Belly Dance. Amazing performance. And I want to give a shout out to all of the performers who kept safe distances from the audience and wore a mask the entire time. That was very important throughout this entire process. Beautiful performance. Moving on, we walked down 24th Street to the corner of Bartlett and 24th, and we had an amazing performance by Cuica Cali, a dance company and school founded by my good friend, colleague, and fellow Jarocho, Jesus Cortez. And today we have performer Kayla, who will be introducing the piece.
Hi, my name is Kayla, and I'm a dancer in Cuica Cali Dance School.
Hi, Kayla. Thanks so much for being here. Now, Kayla, can you tell us the different types of dance you perform with Cuica Cali?
Yes, we have danza folclórico mexicana and danza contemporánea and hip hop.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit about the piece you performed for the festival?
Yes. Our piece is called Emotions. This choreography is about how our feelings constantly change, creating in our imagination different scenarios until we face a battle between light and darkness. This battle reaches us even in our most sacred places, especially when we feel trapped in extreme situations. Finding balance between these two energies allow us to enjoy our existence even in the most turbulent moments.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kayla. And what style of dance is this performance?
Contemporánea.
All right, everyone. Thank you, Kayla. Let's check out Cuica Cali's performance. Beautiful performance by Cuica Cali. Let's give it up for Cuica Cali. And thank you so much, Kayla, for being here to talk about your work. I just want to take a quick second to give a major shout out to the tech crew that made all of this happen. Harry, Andy, Manolo, and the members of the Lighting Fellowship for Women of African Descent, Tanika and Sirsha. They were on site hours before, setting up speakers and mics and making all of this possible. So a huge shout out and thank you to all of them. Super excited for this next performance by the Curtis Family C Notes. And here today to introduce the performance is Mama Curtis, Nola. Hi, Nola.
Hi.
Okay, we can hear you.
I was waiting to like see myself and I didn't see myself. But hi, I'm Mama Curtis.
Great to have you here. We all enjoyed your performance on Saturday so much. Can you tell us a little bit about your family band and its connection to the mission?
Sure. My husband and I and our 5 children, ranging from ages 10 to 16, we are the Curtis Family C Notes, and we have a family band. My husband and I, we teach at the Community Music Center, which is in the Mission right on Cap Street. And our children also study there, taking music lessons from our colleagues. Also, my personal connection with the mission is my first hip hop dance classes were at Dance Mission. And that is the first time I saw and I was smitten with Alan and his superstar fabulousness. So yeah, I have a deep love for the mission. And my father, when he first immigrated from the islands, Polynesian islands, Tonga, nobody knows where it is, but he lived in the mission. So I have another personal connection there too.
Beautiful, beautiful connection to the mission and beautiful family band. Can you tell us about the songs that you performed for the festival?
Sure, we performed both pieces were by Sly and the Family Stone. And they are Everyday People and Thank You. And we wanted to perform these pieces by this legendary band to celebrate San Francisco artistry and how impactful the San Francisco Bay Area is to the world. I do want to mention that we are very powerful because Earth, Wind, and Fire, their horn section, that wasn't their horn section, that was East Bay Grease. That was they're from the East Bay. Larry Graham, when you hear bass players thump their bass, they're copying Larry Graham. So, you know, when we might think we're doing a little bit here, you know, we're empowering the world and we are powerful. So thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing your music and your family gift with all of us. Let's all check out the Curtis Family C Notes performance.
Sometimes I'm right and I may be wrong. My own beliefs are in my soul. Butcher, baker, and drummer and man makes no difference what without me. I am everyday people. I am everyday people. Strokes for different folks, so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha, we got to live together. I'm no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me and then you can't figure I'm a bag of me. Everyday people. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. It's a long hair that doesn't like the short, therefore being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We
We're the Curtis Family C Notes. We got Papa C, Mama C, and the Curtis children. Give them a hand, y'all.
If you're feeling the music, come on, move. Move, side to side. Come on, do this. This song is by a San Francisco Bay Area legend, Sly and the Family Stone. We got to learn to celebrate our own. Ain't that right? Come on, y'all. Hey, here we go, here we go. Looking at the devil. The man is done. Fingers start shaking now. I begin to run. Bullets start chasing now. We begin to wrestle. Shoo it up. I was on the top. I wanna thank you and be myself again. Yeah. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Slip on in the collar. Be in the face. Chit-chat, trying now. So step me in the place. Thank you for the party, but I can never stay. Many days on my mind. It's in the way. I just wanna thank you. Be myself again. Wanna thank you. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Dance to the music. Oh my God. Everyday people sing a simple song. Mama's so happy. Mama starts to cry. Papa's still singing. We can make it. Papa's still singing. Yeah. We can if you try. I just wanna thank you. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Many missing much. Hey, many I'm missing much. Thanks you. Many I'm missing much. Hey, what to do? You and true are making love. All started out. Dying young is hard to take. Black lives matter. Brown lives matter. Come on, y'all. All you got to say is Black lives matter. Brown lives matter. Hey, yeah. Thank you for letting me be myself again. Thank you for letting me be myself again.
Thank you.
Power to the people.
Thank you, Dance Mission.
Power
Thank you.
to the people.
Youth Arts Mission
Power.
Festival.
Can everybody say power to the people?
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Woo, give it up for the Curtis Family C Notes. I hope y'all were dancing because I was. Amazing performance, power to the people, amazing sharing the space with your family and with the community. Amazing, inspiring performance. Thank you so much, Nola and the Curtis Family C Notes. I just want to take a second to acknowledge a performer who isn't here with us today, Octavio. Octavio is a 17-year-old percussionist born and raised in Mexico City and San Francisco, who led the crowd from performance site to performance site using his drum. It was a real treat to have him out there. He's a big part of the youth musician community of the Mission. And so it was great to have him out there and, you know, use his drum to not only lead the crowd, but also, you know, share his space and share his, you know, intention in connecting with the community. He mentioned before doing this that he hadn't performed since March. And so it was a really powerful moment for him to just be out there with his drum and amongst the community. So shout out to Octavio for leading us from site to site during the performance. All right, from here, from the Curtis Family C Notes, we walked down Valencia and we heard an amazing, powerful poet by Mireya Ishel. She's not able to join us today, so I'll just read a quick bio about her and then we'll check out her performance. Mireya Ishel is a 17-year-old poet from the Excelsior. She's a leader, activist, and strong Afro-Latino woman. Her poem, entitled Ambiguous, is the story of how it feels trying to trace roots back home. And now we're gonna check out her powerful performance from last week's festival.
How y'all doing? Good. Doesn't really sound like you're doing good. How y'all doing? Good. That's better, that's better, that's better. Okay, well, let me just get started for y'all. I'm from the city that knows no limits, where the voices paint the streets, the back of the bus catches the beat. Coming out the E, but the Mission was my playground. But damn, the city looks so different, don't it? Just hope my words can leave an imprint. My name is Mireya Ishel, born and raised out here, and during this crazy time, I've had a lot of time to reflect on what it means to be home and what it means for when you're still looking for home, right? Here it goes. Ooh. Hold on. I guess I'm one part too much, one part not enough. I always ask, since I'm Afro-Latina, which side I identify with. I didn't know I had to choose between both sides of myself when halfway through my body is in a demilitarized zone. I am not warring countries, but I am at war with myself. Stuck between the wrong and the wrong, please understand I ain't perfect. Let me show you the broken pieces I'm trying to put back together. Let you hear my real voice as it sounds like a broken record. Only playing the parts nobody really wants to hear, because without the rest of the words, it isn't complete, just a repeat, a loop of the same things. Do you see what I did there? Always push to my limits because I'm too much this, but not really that. They just can't handle my racially ambiguous figure. So mixed, there's no trace back to my motherland. My thoughts are hieroglyphics unwritten. So as you connect the dots with the freckles that I lack, subtract the possibility of an accent, calculate the sum of my eyes, nose, lips, and tongue, and multiply by every curl in this tangled web of hair, you tell me what you get. Ambiguous. So while I've been robbed of identity, the fine prints into my lifestyle were tainted underneath the weight of my struggle. I'm just mixed. A concept that seems too complex is often just dismissed. I'm not an alien whose origins are to be probed, traced back to tribal Martians who conquered red desert sands and gaseous Martian skies. My ancestors lived in a tangled mess of new experiences. Abuelo always said the belly of the beast is no stranger to scars. The skin is still alive, but not for long. That's why we don't fear the spirited flame of fire, but we move with the grace of water, right? Sometimes I long to go home, wrap myself in rose petals and let the tide roll me to my motherland. But I'm afraid the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. Thank you. Hold on. Didn't do it. I want to say thank y'all for being here. Give it up for Octavio, who's been drumming y'all through these performances. I also want to give a big thank you to Vanessa for bringing me out here. I love you with all my heart. I hope you know that. And I really have been missing you. My name's Mireya Ishel, born and raised out here. Born and raised in the Excelsior and in the Mission. My mom was at City Love. My mom and dad was at City Love Store. You know how I go. Y'all know how I go. My tia Patty's right here too. Shout out. My biggest supporter. She made a shirt with me on it. Wow. But I do want to say thank y'all for coming, because we need to keep the arts alive. We need to keep the music alive. There's children up here looking, and that's not here enough anymore. I grew up coming to these things, walking around these things, and now I'm a part of them. So I really appreciate I really appreciate y'all for coming out here so we can keep this alive. Thank you.
I got a little teary-eyed. Beautiful, amazing performance from Mireya Ishel, a young poet in San Francisco. How y'all doing? How's everyone doing? We're doing good? You guys can drop some love in the chat. Let us know you're here with us. And all the performers and artists, I want to invite you to drop your handles in the chat so people can follow your band, people can follow your dance companies. You want to drop your dance school, your dance class, drop it in the chat. Let's all stay in touch. We're all in community here, right? All right, so before we move on to our next performance, I just want to take a quick second to shout out the funders that made this happen. Grants for the Arts, Neighborhood Arts Collaborative, and California Arts Council. And as Stella stated, this is part of Dance Mission's home series, which is pop-up events throughout the Mission District. And the next events are going to take place October 29th and November 2nd. On November 2nd, walk down 24th Street, stand at the corner of 24th and Mission, and look up. Just do that. Everyone put it on your calendars. You got to see it. You're going to see some great performances from a distance, from a safe distance. All right, so we're going to keep moving. From here, we walk down 23rd to BVHM, an elementary school and middle school in the Mission, and we had an amazing performance by Nenas del Perreo. And so here to introduce the performance is the founder and director of Nenas del Perreo, Jocelyn. You here with us, Jocelyn?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jocelyn. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Thanks so much for being here.
Shout out to my mom watching this right now, and Ale. But I'm so happy to be here. Again, my name is Jocelyn. I go by Yoshi. I am the founder of Nenas del Perreo. And yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us the title of your piece?
Yes, the title of our piece is called Cuarentena en la Casa de las Nenas. So what it means is quarantine in the house of babes of perreo. And if you don't know what perreo is it's a Puerto Rican slang word to describe how, like, twerk music or anything that makes you want to shake your booty or dance.
All right. And can you tell us a little bit about some of the songs that you chose for this performance and why?
Yes. So basically these songs that you're about to hear, they represent moods, different kind of moods during quarantine. So at first you're gonna see us having a great time in the house, cooking, doing some chores. And then the music slowly changes into this, like, you know, very emotional piece because it represents all the bad things that are going on, like, for example, in the news, you know, about Donald Trump and gentrification and eviction and the fires. So it's definitely gonna, you know, bring you to different kind of moods during quarantine.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Yoshi, for being here. Let's check out the performance by Nenas del Perreo.
Para que goce, pa' que baile conmigo la cuarentena. Esta conga se ha formado en la cocina y recorrió la casa entera. Para que goce, pa' que baile conmigo la cuarentena. Esta conga se ha formado en la cocina y recorrió la casa entera. Formado en la cocina y recorrió la casa entera.
Voy a salir para la calle, ya no aguanto esta patrulla. Voy a salir para la calle, ya no aguanto esta patrulla. Y si yo cojo el celular, de una vez me hace una bulla. Y si me mienta mi madre, pues yo le miento la suya. Yo que sí, ella que no. ¿Qué problema? Yo que sí, ella que no. En cuarentena. Yo que sí, ella que no. ¿Qué problema? Yo que sí, ella que no. Si me hubiera soñado esto, no estuviera aquí contigo. Cerraron los aeropuertos. Yo quería coger un vuelo, ya yo me perdí 3 veces. Lo en vivo de Don Miguelo. Yo que sí, ella que no. ¿Qué problema? Yo que sí, ella que no. En cuarentena. Yo que sí, ella que no. ¿Qué problema? Yo que sí, ella que no.
Y cuando se van, ratas que quieren comer nuestro pan, que nos ofrecen y que es que nos dan. ¿De dónde vienen y cuando se van? San Pancho te quiero, nací aquí, cuánto te debo, y yo ni te conozco en la forma que tú estés. La gente pintada, sus caras tan blanqueadas, ha cambiado todo su dinero y maldad. Demolieron las casas, reemplazan con vidrio y acero, cortaron las venas de mi linda ciudad. Vaya donde vayas, no eres nada sin tu gente. Quizás algún día ellos regresarán.
Nenas del perreo.
Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Ey, como peces en el agua. No existe la noche ni el día. Aquí la fiesta mantiene encendida. Siempre hay que pasarme guiña. Dulce como piña. Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Ey, como peces en el agua.
Se acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo lo sabe y la calle está llena.
Se acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo lo pide, la calle está llena.
Por eso mi cuerpo pide calle hasta mañana, calle hasta mañana, calle hasta mañana, calle, calle, calle hasta mañana, calle hasta mañana, calle hasta mañana, calle, calle.
Yo voy pa' la calle, yo voy pa' la calle, yo voy pa' la calle. Yo voy pa' la calle, yo voy pa' la calle, yo voy pa' la calle. Yo llevaba mucho tiempo encerrado, eso me tenía quillao. Se acabó la cuarentena y yo voy a salir pa' todos lados. Calle, calle, discoteca, amanecido, sin feca. No, aquí no hay ley seca, no, vamos a sudar la manteca. Y saca, placata, 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 y saca, placata, 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 placata,
Se
placata.
acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo lo sabe y la calle está llena.
Se acabó la cuarentena, el cuerpo lo pide, la calle está llena.
Yes, nenas. Give it up for las nenas, everyone. Yes, there they are. There's las nenas. Amazing performance. Thank you, ladies. Those cumbias. Y'all were getting those cumbias. Beautiful. Great. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, and all las nenas del perreo. Amazing performance. That got the crowd going. I hope y'all were dancing because I was. All right, how about this footage, you guys? Beautiful footage, right? Big shout out to Jenny Chu, the videographer who ran from site to site wearing her camera. She had this big with like a thing hanging. She was wearing it. She was running from site to site. So big shout out to Jenny Chu for putting this footage together, editing it, and getting it ready for all of us to have this screening. So thank you. We're coming up to the end of the festival, our last site. This performance ended at 22nd and Bartlett, the site of an arson fire that in 2015 took the life of one man, Mauricio Orellana, displaced over 60 Latino long-term residents from their homes, and destroyed the Mission Market, home to many small Latino businesses. Now, where a vibrant mercado and apartment complex once thrived sits an empty pit. We are currently in the lucha to turn this lot into luxury condos. We are currently in the lucha to not turn this lot into luxury condos, but into affordable housing for the comunidad. And so this lot is at the corner of 22nd and Mission. So these final performances took place behind it on 22nd and Bartlett as a way to pay homage to those who were affected by these fires and to continue to bring attention to the fact that the community is still fighting to keep this space accessible to people living and thriving in the community today. Our first performance at this site was done by Frederica and Bianca, dancers with Dance Brigade, and poet Flavia. Today we have Bianca and Freddie who are going to introduce their piece and tell us a little bit about what it's like to work and live in the Mission. Hi, Bianca and Freddie.
Hi, Vanessa. Thank you. Yeah, like you said, the piece was about the fire that happened in 2015. And I collaborated choreographically with Frederica Kiefer. And in the collaborative process, we definitely wanted to add another layer. And that was Flavia Mora, who had a piece already written about the fire that took place and also about gentrification that is happening currently in San Francisco, but specifically in the Mission, that is home to so many Latinx and immigrant families. So yeah, thank you for having us, and I'm really happy to be here with such amazing artists.
Thank you so much, Bianca. And Frederica, can you tell us a little bit about what it's like to work with youth in the Mission?
Yeah, thanks. I think probably one of the most invigorating things about it is being able to give back what I've been generously been given, right? So I definitely was born and raised in the Mission. I grew up in Dance Mission. My heart, soul, blood, sweat, tears live in that space. Trained under Alan Frias, trained under Tina Banchero and Clint Kalimlim and Layla Baradaran. I mean, the list is very long of people who have trained and carried me through the Mission, and being able to carry out the legacy has been, I guess, a dream come true at this point in my life. And just to kind of watch all of us be in this space together kind of bridges the gaps between all of us, clearly listening to all the accolades that Alan has received and watching Maribel and Nenas and adding everybody on the screen, just being connected within the web has been the reason why I continue to do the work that I do. And, you know, just lastly, the youth is why we're doing this, right? The youth is what matters. They're our future, and that's why we're voting. So get out and vote and make your vote count and your voice count, because it definitely all matters right now. And it's really, really important. So being able to just string us along through the mission, I think is really, really powerful, and keeping the community and the culture alive. And that's what the youth do for us as well. So that's that.
Thank you so much, Freddie and Bianca, for sharing. And just want to give a shout out to Freddie and Bianca, run the youth program and Grow Brigade at Dance Mission. So they continue to do the work with the youth every single day. So now we're going to check out the performance from Freddie, Bianca, and Flavia.
I refuse to believe in the ghost whose voice has been the back window of the 14, who's standing behind railings of Vanguard real estate and grass against graffiti grow from the ashes of 22nd and Mission. I refuse to believe in the luxury buildings, another condo gated with high surveillance, growing on the backs of immigrant sons who hammer walls as hard as their day-by-day reality. I refuse to believe in the whitewashing of our culture can't be bought murals in exchange for branding tagged over "Be a Good Person" on the corner of 24th and Folsom. I refuse. I resist. I remember. I reclaim. Yo solo creo en el latido de la misión, en la historia que vive y renace en la misión.
Quiero que me vuelvan a mirar tus ojos. Amor, amor, amor. Amor, amor, amor. Quiero volver a besar tus labios rojos. ¿Cómo no acordarme de ti? ¿De qué manera olvidarte? Si tú me recuerdas en todas partes estás tú. Si en una rosa estás, sin cada respirar estás, ¿cómo te voy a olvidar? ¿Cómo te voy a olvidar? Si besando la luz estás, rezando una oración estás, ¿cómo te voy a olvidar? ¿Cómo te voy a olvidar? Si te clavaste aquí en mi corazón y de amor has llenado mi alma, y tu sangre corre por mis venas, y mi sangre me hace estremecer contigo.
I believe instead in the vision that keeps the blooms of the secret garden so vibrant and alive. I believe in the swirls of Palo Santo that dance around my nose when I pass Mishkoa in their iconic luchador masks that mark childhood momentos on South Finesse. I believe in the women are perfect we pace steps away from Juan Alicia's concrete canvases and present feminist incarnations that are called las mujeres muralistas of the 60s with emphasis on queerness and intersectional chingonix movements. I believe in the history teachers, after-school counselors, our community organizers, and immigration lawyers who remain in grassroots over having offices located in higher and higher skyscrapers, because our people understand this means lesser and lesser of us.
Hey, hey, yeah. If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear flowers in your hair. If you come to San Francisco, you're gonna meet some gentle people there. Gentle people there. Gentle people will be your loving there. All across the nation, such a strange vibration, people in motion. There's a whole generation with a new explanation. People in motion, people in motion. For those who come to San Francisco, summertime will be a loving there. In these streets of San Francisco.
Si vienes a San Francisco, I believe in the paintings, the lyrics, the protests, the plays, fighting for love and justice for Breonna Taylor, Dominique Remy Fells, George Floyd, Sean Monterrosas, Alex Nieto, Amilcar Perez Lopez, Jessica Williams, Mario Woods, Nia Wilson, Claudia Patricia Gomez Gonzalez, Roxana Hernandez. I believe in the responsibility of the living, and I choose to believe. Believe in what's sacred. Believe in what's ours. Believe in survival. Believe in rebirth. Believe in my voice like yours. Because what is of our vision if we cease to believe in the mission? Yo solo creo en el latido de la misión, en la historia que vive y renace, en la misión.
Wow, beautiful, amazing, powerful performance by Bianca, Frederica, and Flavia. Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. We're coming up on our last performance of today. And before we get into this last piece, we just got to give a big shout out to all the youth, all the artists, all the young artists and activists who continue to create and learn through the global pandemics that are COVID-19, systemic racism, and white supremacy. They are leading the way to make change, not only in our city, not only in our state, but worldwide. The youth are leading the way, and we need to continue to listen to their voices. Our final performance is coming to us from Rising Rhythm, a company founded and directed by Jessica Recinos. And here today to introduce the piece is Liliana.
Hi, my name is Liliana. You could call me Lily for short. Our performance, Rising Rhythm Company, is about, well, first our performance is called Rise of the Blood Phoenix, and our piece is honoring our Black and Brown sisters and brothers and sisters that are being murdered and detained, and we just hope to bring awareness to these injustices that are happening.
Thank you so much, Lily, for being here and telling us about your performance. So in this piece, at the end, Lily, you contributed some chants that you'd say, and then you get the audience to say. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write and contribute those to the piece?
A lot of these chants that I wrote come from this group that I'm a part of called the Radical Monarchs. We are a group of girls of color that fight for social justice, and a lot of these chants we have came up with and also have found in protests, and we just hope to like bring awareness, and also we want to like share these chants out so people could start, you know, knowing them, so at protests we could you know, say them and chant them.
Can you tell us one of the chants, Lily?
Yes, one of the chants goes, "We don't need no cops rolling down the block. We'll make the violence stop. So drop it like it's hot."
All right, thank you, Lily. So y'all now know that chant. So at the end, everyone watching this is gonna join Lily for that chant. All right, let's check out Rising Rhythm's performance from the festival.
I'm just sitting here. I'm not like that. Por favor, please. Estoy gritando, pero no me escucharas. I'm sorry. I am tired of asking you to see me as human. Since the forefathers of death and deceit crashed their ships against the shores and planted flags and once fertile earth, you have seen me beast. Something to eradicate, silence, contain, detain, restrain, ended the reigns of our kings and queens, spat on the teachings of our elders while still demanding the service, always good for under the table, never above board. Love us till you are bored of us, and we, savages, still lay our hands upon your ill with love, redline us into ghettos, barrios, deem our created homes unworthy, deny us access to life and liberty, trample on our happiness. It makes you mad to see the ones you try to hang and shoot and cage still smile, bright enough to reflect the sun that lives in our skin. Our tears water the roots of resistance and revolution. Our young rise up through your academia and glass ceilings and bolted doors, become the leaders you love to hate and negate, but we rise fists held high, fire in our eyes. We leave you to choke on your own ashes, while we kiss the sky and leave streaks of never again. The time is now. We are here across the sky. We cannot, nor will not, be stopped.
I can't breathe. I'm just sitting here. I'm not like that.
Por favor, please. Estoy gritando, pero no me escucharas.
Sorry.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. This is for children that are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. This is for people that are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. This is for children that are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. This is for children that are locked inside. Together, we will abolish ICE. We don't need no cops rolling down the block. We'll make the violence stop, so drop it like it's hot. We don't need no cops rolling down the block. We'll make the violence stop, so drop it like it's hot. We don't need no cops rolling down the block. We'll make the violence stop, so drop it like it's hot. We don't need no cops rolling down the block. We'll make the violence stop, so drop it like it's hot. Trump.
All right, everyone, give it up for Rising Rhythms. And those fire chants at the end. Thank you so much, Lily, for those chants. All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of the show. We did it, we made it. We're gonna take a minute to take any questions that you might have for some of the artists. So if you wanna ask about the music or about the performances or the process, this is the time that you can drop some questions in the chat or in the Q&A, and we will go ahead and ask some of the artists these questions. I'm gonna get it started, so feel free to drop anything in the chat and we'll ask these questions. What was it like to have this outdoor performance after so many months of not, performing in spaces that we usually perform in? And just unmute yourself and answer.
I'll answer. So it felt nice to be reminded of the wonderful energy that audiences may have, like, when we perform, and just to receive that kind of feedback and all the compliments was just, it felt great. It reminded us why we dance for the community and why we're here and why we did it. And it was worth it. It was worth it because we were doing this over Zoom before I came here to the Bay to actually have indoor rehearsals with my girls. So we were just doing this via Zoom, and then the last week we just put it all together. So it was definitely worth it, and it was a beautiful event. So thank you, Vanessa and Stella, so much for this opportunity.
Can I add? Sorry, my name's Yaneli. Nelly, I'm one of the nenas de Perreo, and I want to add, I'm born and raised in San Francisco in the Mission District, mainly Excelsior. I moved out to the Excelsior growing up, but it was freaking awesome to perform in my hood, in my neighborhood, reclaiming space, reclaiming that energy, reclaiming that vibration, that unity of bringing us together as people. It just felt amazing. Like, even during our performance, I could see, some folks walking by who are like, what's going on over there? Because that doesn't happen anymore. But growing up, this was something, there would be low riders cruising down Mission all the time with the jams, with people just getting together. And that's something that's really missed and really needed in the Bay Area right now, specifically in San Francisco, because, I'm still young. I'm very young. And for me to remember those times and for it to be gone, and it's just so sad, but it's so amazing to see events like this flourish and unite so many people who have a common goal to keep culture going, to keep unity going, to fight against oppression, to fight against negative change. So yes, thank you so much. And thank you, Yoshi, for, making this beautiful piece, and all of the beautiful choreographers and artists. You guys did amazing, and watching it is just like sheds tears, literally. Like, it's amazing to be born and raised in the city and watch so many people and youth really be out here doing it. Props to y'all, really. So love to each and every one of you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nenas, and all the Nenas dancers for bringing that. Does anyone else want to jump on and answer before we close out what it was like to perform? Go ahead, Nola.
Okay. I just want to say that shelter in place and the pandemic really helped us realize what's really important. And my husband and I, we teach our children, they've been homeschooled even before the pandemic. And we always tell them that true stories, we don't like calling it history, but true stories of the past are told through art and technology. They can lie on paper because they lie all the time to us in our history books, which need to be rewritten. The Constitution needs to be written by us. So they can lie on paper, but they can't lie through the art. So when that rhythm is flowing and you can't help but move, that's what connects us. And this was so important. And thank you all for allowing us to be a part of it. Because even though we didn't see each other that day, just knowing we were a part of something bigger than ourselves made us realize, yeah, that's why we need the connection. And so it was like church. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Nola. Does anyone else want to take a minute and just share your experience, what it was like to jump in and perform after so many months? Well, I know it was amazing to be, you know, in a space with so many amazing artists, choreographers, and young performers. Thank you all so much for all the time and effort you put into putting these pieces and presentations together and bringing them out to the community, and, you know, bringing some life to those little pop-up performances throughout the mission that we did. Thank you guys. So thank you all so much for coming to our virtual concert. Thank you to all the techs, all the performers, all the, you know, volunteers, all the ushers we had at every site setting up and make sure everyone was safe. Thank you to Stella. Thank you to Chrissy. Thank you to everyone. I talk with my hands. Thank you to everyone who was part of making this happen. And thank you so much to the youth that continue to inspire and are making change throughout the world, throughout our society. Like it was said earlier, y'all make sure if you're able, vote. Let's vote, let's keep this moving and continue to change the systemic racism that has plagued our world for many, many, many generations. Thank you all so much for coming. Give it up for yourselves.
Dicen que tomando pierdes la cabeza y el dinero. Dicen que tomando pierdes la cabeza y el dinero. Pero a mí me crece el pecho con ese mezcal del buen. Pero a mí me crece el pecho con ese mezcal del buen. Como toca la barrica, ves su cielo de Oaxaca. Como toca la barrica, ves su cielo de Oaxaca. Como pinta el mezcalito, gusanito de tu boca. Como pinta el mezcalito, gusanito de tu boca. Cantaba Llorón, tanto mezcal, tanto llorar. Cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. De pechuga mezcalito, mezcalito de maguey. Pa' todo mal mezcalito, para todo bien también. De pechuga mezcalito, mezcalito de maguey. A todo mal mezcalito, para todo bien también. ¡Uy! 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 ¿Qué pasa, mi México leve? La penca de ese maguey, su espina me está matando. La penca de ese maguey, su espina me está matando. Acércate, chaparrín, que esta lumbre está quemando. Acércate, chaparrín, que esta lumbre está quemando. Barricada el palo santo del gusano de espadín. Barricada el palo santo del gusano de espadín. Son añejas tus gotitas del sabor que yo viví. Son añejas tus gotitas del sabor que yo viví. Cantaba Llorón, cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. Cantaba Llorón, tanto tomar. De pechuga mezcalito, mezcalito de maguey. A todo mal mezcalito, para todo bien también. De pechuga mezcalito, mezcalito de maguey. A todo mal mezcalito, para todo bien también. Cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. Cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. Cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. Cantaba Llorón, tanto llorar. Gota, 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 gotita de mezcal. 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 Gota, 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 gotita de mezcal.
That's a wrap. Thank you all.
You always want a deal.